Hello guys and welcome back to another video from Vipin Sharma Biology Tutorials. In this video we are going to start a very interesting topic, that is the patterns of biodiversity. Biodiversity के पाए जाने के क्या क्या अलग अलग patterns हो सकते हैं. So there are a lot of subtopics under this major topic. For example, there is latitudinal gradients. Okay, latitude के हिसाब से किस तरीके से आपकी जो species diversity है वो इफेक्ट होती है. देर इज एल्टीट्यूड ग्रेडियंट. एल्टीट्यूड के हिसाब से कैसे स्पीसीज डाइवर्सिटी इफेक्ट होती है. देर इज स्पीसीज एरिया रिलेशनशिप. सो देर इज एटलीस्ट वन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया इन ईच एंड एवरी एग्जामिनेशन. हर साल एक ना एक क्वेश्चन आपको यहां से देखने को मिल जाएगा. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डू दिस टॉपिक इन अ लिटिल बिट डिटेल, in a little bit easy way, so that you can understand all the concepts. All right, so basically the distribution, if we will talk about the distribution of species, then it is uneven. For example, let's say this is the equator. We know that very well. Okay, this is the equator. Now at 23.5 degree north and at 23.5 degree south, this particular region, okay, in both the directions, this particular region is quite species rich, and this particular region is called as tropical region. All right, हम इसे tropical region बोलते हैं. Now there is a misconception. We always used to think that temperate region is something जहाँ पे temperature ज़्यादा है. सोचने में यही आता है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है. If this is the equator, then the temperature would be high at this particular area, but this is called as tropical region. Okay, the temperature is somewhat lower in this area. और ये हमारे poles हैं. For example, let's say this is the north pole and this is the south pole. और poles पे तो temperature काफी कम होता है. So the temperature is least in these areas. The temperature is quite low in this area, and the temperature is quite high near the equator. So it is not true that the temperature is going to be high at temperate region. The temperature is high at tropical region. All right, so tropical region में temperature ज़्यादा होगा. There is good vegetation. There is a lot of number of species dwelling in this particular area. So tropical region are species rich. After that, if you will move from tropical region to the temperate region, ओके, ट्रॉपिक से अगर आप समझ लीजिए इस एरिया में जा रहे हैं टेम्परेट में, देन द स्पीसीज रिचनेस इज क्वाइट लो. सेम केस इज इन द लोअर डायरेक्शन. इफ यू विल गो फ्रॉम ट्रॉपिक टू टेम्परेट, द स्पीसीज रिचनेस इज लो, इट रिड्यूसेस. सिमिलरली, इफ यू विल गो फ्रॉम द टेम्परेट रीजन टू द पोल्स, द स्पीसीज richness will even decrease, and similar case is in the lower direction. कहने का ये मतलब है कि जब हम हमारे इक्वेटर से स्टार्ट करके दोनों पोल्स की तरफ बढ़ने लगते हैं तो स्पीसीज की डाइवर्सिटी कम होने लगती है. दैट इज द मोस्ट बेसिक पॉइंट. ओके, सो व्हाट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट द स्पीसीज डाइवर्सिटी शुड बी मैक्सिमम एट दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया. ऑलराइट, एट दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया, यानी कि इतने में आपकी जो स्पीसीज डाइवर्सिटी है वो सबसे मैक्सिमम होगी. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द tropical area, and this is not the temperate one. So firstly you have to understand the difference between tropic and temperate. This is the tropic, this is the temperate. All right, and here the coniferous plants will be found, okay, up to a certain extent. और उसके बाद जो species की richness है वो कम होती जाएगी from center to the poles. This is the concept. So from this diagram we understood that the distribution is uneven. Uneven means it is not equal in all the पार्ट्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यहाँ नहीं है कि यार इतने 1 किलोमीटर एरिया में यहाँ पे 5 स्पीसीज है तो यहाँ पे 1 किलोमीटर एरिया में 2 ही मिलेंगी. ओके, सॉरी, यहाँ पर. ऑलराइट, यहाँ पर हो सकता है 1 ही मिले. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. इवन कब बोलते हैं हम लोग? इवन हम तब बोलते हैं जब हर जगह बराबर पे लगभग इक्वल ही हमें स्पीसीज मिल रही हैं. सो दैट इज नॉट द केस. इट इज नॉट इवन, इट इज अनइवन. ऑलराइट, and the species number decreases from equator to poles. Then the species number decreases from equator to poles, that we have already understood. Now in NCERT there are some diagrams and some important examples which are given. Some data is given. You don't have to memorize the data. Don't get confused with this data at all. There are a lot of animals. There are a lot of plants. That is a fact that you cannot understand all the data. You cannot learn. You cannot memorize all the data, and don't even try to. Okay, just try to make a rough image in your mind कि हाँ यार इतना इतना हो सकता है. That's it. Don't have to do anything other than that. The data which you have to remind, I'll just make that clear to you कि आपको कौन कौन सा data पढ़ना है, revise करना है. So at the equator there is Colombia. It means that near the equator there is Colombia. So if we will talk about the species of anything, for example let's say birds, या फिर आप किसी और का भी एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. यहाँ पे आप एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं डॉग्स का, आप एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं कैट्स का, आप कुछ भी ले सकते हैं. ऑलराइट, यू कैन टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्लांट. ओके, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट कैलोट्रोपिस ओवर हियर, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट मैंगो. आप कोई भी एग्जांपल को स्टैंडर्ड मान के अपना डेटा रख सकते हैं. दिस डेटा इज जस्ट टू प्रूव द थिंग दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी अंडरस्टूड, दैट द नंबर ऑफ स्पीसीज विल डिक्रीज फ्रॉम इक्वेटर टू पोल्स. Just to understand that data, we are undergoing through this example. For example, in Colombia, which is near the equator. So the first thing, if it is near equator, the number of species will be high. That's for sure. So there is approximately, let's say 1400 species of birds only. इतनी पाई जाती हैं इक्वेटर के नजदीक. Then there is India. Now this is the data that you can remember. Okay, because this is the Indian data that can be asked. The India is also present somewhat here. Okay, near the equator. Equator pass होती है इंडिया से भी. So 1200 species of birds are also found in India. Okay. Then New York, which is far from the equator, there are only 105 species, and Greenland, which is much far from the equator and which is much toward the pole, there is only 56 species. Now it's not important to understand the data 1400, 1200 and like 105 and 56. There is no point in that. But you have to understand a concept that when we move from equator to the poles, the species goes on decreasing. Alright, 1400 thi, it reduced to 1200, then reduced to 105, then to 56. It means that नंबर ऑफ स्पीसीज कम होती जा रही हैं जैसे हम इक्वेटर से पोल्स की तरफ जा रहे हैं. दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट. ऑलराइट, सो 1200 जो है ये आप याद कर सकते हैं. हो सकता है कोई और एग्जांपल पूछ लिया जाए एनसीईआरटी से. सो जस्ट मेक श्योर कि आपको एक टर्म याद हो 1200. अदर देन दैट यू डोंट हैव टू मेमोराइज एनीथिंग. अदर एग्जांपल इज आल्सो गिवन. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ देयर इज सम फॉरेस्ट ऑफ इक्वल एरिया, फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज इक्वाडोर एंड देयर इज मिडवेस्ट इन यूएसए, which is quite far from the equator. So the thing that is present on the equator would be having much higher diversity. We know that. So let's say there are forests. Forest A, which is present somewhat over here. Let's say this is the forest A, and forest B. Let's say यहाँ पर है. So forest A and forest B are present over here. The forest A is present near the equator, so it may be having more species diversity, and forest B is far from the equator, so as compared to A, उसमें जो diversity है कम होगी. यहाँ पर आपको डेटा दिया गया है कि जो इक्वेटर के नजदीक है, that forest is having 10 times more species diversity as compared to that of forest B of same area. If these forests are having same area, equal area, तब भी A की जो species diversity है same area में 10 गुना ज्यादा होगी, because it is present near the equators. Alright, so that is the most important point. Alright, then there is other important example, but now you have to memorize this data. Alright, you have to memorize this data. So I'll try to simplify it, okay, so that you can memorize most of the numbers which are given over here. So the trick is, I planned FB marathon. Okay, there is a game called FB marathon. Okay, Facebook पे हो सकता है कोई marathon का game आया हो. There is a virtual racing game. Okay, so FB marathon is a game which I plan to play. So I plan, I simply means invertebrates. Okay, or you can learn insects. Okay, because out of the invertebrates most of them are insects. So आप invertebrate का अगर number याद करें, it is 125k. That is not going to be asked, because wherever you find the largest number, that is obviously either invertebrate or insect, because insects are invertebrates. उनसे ज्यादा तो कोई है ही नहीं धरती पर, जाहिर सी बात है. So whenever you find the largest number, undoubtedly it is insect. Okay, so I simply means 125k, यानी कि 1,25,000 species, which is very large number, so it will be belonging to the insects. Okay, we are talking about the Amazon rainforest, okay, in South America. Okay, so यहाँ पर 125k आ चुका है. Then plant simply means plant. Okay, plant यहाँ पर आ चुका है. So plant में क्या होगा, 40,000 species will be found. Now you can thought of 40k, which simply means 40,000. There is a very huge plant in Amazon rainforest, and that huge plant is a fruit tree basically. So इतना बड़ा plant है कि उससे एक बार में 40 kg आप fruit निकाल सकते हैं. That is so huge. So 40 kgs of fruits you are getting from a plant. 40 kg में से 40k निकाल लो आप, that is 40,000. That will be the number of species of plant found in Amazon. Okay, so 125k insects, 40k plants. Now FB, it is 3,000, it is 1,300. Just try to invert them. Okay, we used to call both of them 30. Okay, 30, 13. So FB, समझ लीजिए, you use FB for 13 minutes, all right, or 30 minutes, half an hour. Okay, so just FB जहां पर भी आ जाएगा, write 30 and invert it, write 13 and just add 2 zeros in both the places. So F simply means fishes and B simply means birds. So 3,000, 1,300 will be the easiest thing to memorize. Now MAR, that is mammals, amphibians and reptiles, will be less than 500. So mammals में humans आते हैं, 2 नंबर का काम करते हैं, so उन्हें 420 बोलते हैं हम लोग. So 427, around 420. Okay, you don't even have to memorize the accurate data. Okay, because जो आएंगे ऑप्शंस वो 421, 422, 423 और 427 ऐसे नहीं आएंगे. एंड इवन इफ अगर वैसे आए भी तो आप लोग थोड़ा बहुत तो दिमाग में स्ट्राइक करेगी ही ये चीज. सो अराउंड 420 आप लोग याद कर सकते हैं. 427 एंड 378 फॉर द रेप्टाइल्स, विच इज लीस्ट इन दिस केस. ओके, इन द पाई चार्ट we have gone through a trick FB Ram, that is fast boy Ram, but here it is somewhat different. All right, the reptiles are a little bit lesser as compared to that of mammals. Okay, so that is the data. The very first thing, that if some region is present near the equator, it will be having higher species richness. For example, Colombia, तो वहां पर around 1400 species पाई जाएंगी birds की. Then in India 1200 species. Then in New York 105, and then in Greenland 56. Then if a forest of same area is present on equatorial region, it will be having 10 times more diversity as compared to that of a forest of same area जो कि बहुत दूर present है. In Amazon बहुत ही अच्छी trick है. I planned FB marathon. I simply means insects or invertebrates. Specifically NCERT के according जाए, it is invertebrates. 125k. Plant simply means plants, which is 40k, because one plant is giving 40 kg fruits to me. 40k means 40,000. Okay. FB 3013, because we are going in a decreasing order. So firstly हम 3 और 0 लिखेंगे. It means that 3,000 species of fishes, 1,300 species of birds. Then marathon, MAR 427, 378, that is the number. Alright, so basically you might be wondering कि सबसे ज़्यादा species equator के पास क्यों है. Okay, what is the difference between equators and poles? So there are different hypotheses given by different scientists to understand this fact, and the 3 hypotheses are these. The very first thing, that the equatorial region is quite undisturbed. ओके, एज कंपेयर टू दैट ऑफ पोल्स। पोल्स जो है वहां पर काफी सारी फ्लक्चुएशंस होती रहती हैं, देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ क्लाइमेटिक फ्लक्चुएशंस ड्यू टू विच जो है स्पीसीज रिचनेस नहीं हो पाती। द इवोल्यूशन ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज रिक्वायर टाइम एंड इट रिक्वायर स्टेबिलिटी ऑल्सो, इवन इफ द अगर मौसम में बदलाव हो भी रहा है तो दैट शुड बी चेंज इन अ पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर, इन अ पर्टिकुलर फैशन दैट माइट सूट द स्पीसीज। ओके, वो स्पीसीज के लिए अच्छा हो, उस तरीके से होना चाहिए। लेकिन पोल्स पे ऐसा नहीं है। पोल्स पे देर आर अनप्रेडिक्टेबल चेंजेस विच मे हार्म द स्पीसीज। सो दैट्स व्हाई जो स्पीसीज की प्रोडक्शन होती है, जो स्पीसीज रिचनेस होती है, जो वैरायटी होती है, वो पोल्स पर नहीं आ पाती, बट दैट रिचनेस comes in the equatorial and tropical regions. Then less seasonal. Okay, this particular region is less seasonal plus it is more predictable. Even if the season got changed, हमें पता लग जाएगा, हम अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं that yes यार अब spring है, now this is summer, now this is winter, so we can plan accordingly. But in poles there are unpredictable changes, as I have already told you, so there is no scope for species to get diversified. The third important thing is the solar effect. We know very well that at the equator सबसे ज्यादा सूरज की किरणें यहीं पर पड़ती हैं. So the productivity, the energy output of this region, let's say tropical region, is far more as compared to that of temperate region. Due to which अगर प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ रही है तो जाहिर सी बात है उनका रिप्रोडक्टिव रेट भी बढ़ जाएगा. There is a lot of reproduction. And due to that vegetation, that production of new individuals, there will be more chances of mutation, there will be more chances of generation of different strains, different varieties, different species. Okay, so the species richness hai, that is a factor of time basically. So that time is required, the very first thing. Then the output is required, that output is given by the solar energy. And after that, there should be no disturbance. So undisturbed region must be having more number of species, as well as the seasons are predictable in the tropical region. These are the three main hypotheses which are given by different scientists. So in this lecture what you have to memorize, you have to memorize these numbers 125k, 40k, 3000, 1300. After that there are three more numbers जहाँ पे आप approximation लगाने की कोशिश कीजिए. Okay, let's say take a number 400. Just add 20 to 400, it will be somehow 420. Okay, 420 इन दोनों से मिलता जुलता है. And reduce 20 from 400, 380, which is somehow similar to this number. So just try to understand them with approximation. 400 लो, 20 प्लस कर दो, that is for M and A, और उसमें से 20 कम कर दो, that is going to be for R. So that's how you can memorize the data, because it is a very difficult task. After that you have to understand the hypothesis and the main concept of this lecture कि यार कहाँ species richness बढ़ रही है. There is another important topic called altitude gradient. जैसे जैसे altitude बढ़ता जाता है species richness कम होती जाती है. So for example, this is the number of species and this is the altitude. If altitude is increasing, the species goes on decreasing, so the graph will be somewhat like this. At lower altitude species का जो number है बहुत ज़्यादा है. When the altitude increases, number of species decreases. When the altitude even increases, the number of species even decreases. It means that जैसे जैसे आप altitude बढ़ाते जाते हो, the number of species that can dwell that particular area decreases. So there will be a declinement in the number of species that may survive at a high altitude. जितने high altitude पे आप पहुंच जाओगे उतनी कम आपकी number of species आपको वहां पर मिलेंगी. So this is about the latitudinal gradient, this is about the altitudinal gradient, और इसके आगे आने वाले टॉपिक थोड़े और इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, सो हम आने वाले टॉपिक में कुछ कर्व्स की, कुछ ग्राफ्स की बात करेंगे which are very important from examination point of view. So if you really understood this video, just hit like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for sure. Thank you so much guys.